The Women's Open was actually played in LaGrange, Illinois, but within the orbit of the broad-shouldered city of Chicago. It was destined to be the best-played women's championship any of us ever had seen. Much of the drama on Saturday was provided by the veteran Kathy Whitworth. In a long and illustrious career in women's golf, she had won everything there was except the Women's Open, and suddenly, here she was, challenging, leading the tournament, and pitching this one out marvelously, almost in the hole, on the 18th on Saturday. She made the birdie putt to lead by one. Bonnie Lauer, in second place, was destined to drop out of the battle with a final round 76, but Beth Daniel and Pat Bradley here would fight it out to the final stroke. Bradley, just off the 13th green, using a sand wedge and putting it in the hole for a birdie that momentarily, at least, put her one shot ahead of her fellow competitor of the day, Beth Daniel. But still on the same hole, Daniel had this putt for her possible birdie. And darn if she didn't make it, they were still all even. But 2 holes later, Bradley birdied 15 to take a one-stroke lead, and Daniel faced her second shot on 16. She was trailing by 1, remember, at this point. But the ball wouldn't get down. It went left, back behind that tree, and she ended up with a bogey on the hole and trailed by 2 with 2 holes to go. It looked like Beth Daniels' hopes were fading fast. Came to 17, a par 3 hole, over the water. Had this for a birdie. If there's such a thing as a must birdie, this looked like it. And a birdie it became, dropping into the hole, and the lead had shrunk to 1. 1 hole to go, 1 stroke between them. Kathy Whitworth, the former leader, was also 2 strokes off the pace when she came to 17. Another must-birdie situation. Tried to play it cozy, but too short. Into the water, and once again, Kathy Whitworth had failed to win the U.S. Women's Open. But as always with her, there was no banging of clubs, no protest. She just continued to play the game. Now on 18, Pat Bradley had this for a 3rd shot on the par 5 hole. Her approach to the final green. Now, meanwhile, Beth Daniel, a long hitter, trying to go for the green in 2, had pulled her second shot well to the left. Look at this. Pat Bradley shot just that close, and it looked like it was all over. Pat Bradley about to win the U.S. Women's Open. Or was she? Watch now what happens with Beth Daniel. Well to the left of the green, in the short rough. She has to go over a bunker, but does have a good bit of territory to maneuver with once she gets to the green. And look at this. Just right. Closer and closer. That near to the hole, and it wasn't yet over. Had that gone in, we would eventually have ended up with a playoff. Pat Bradley had to make this one to win. She made sure of it. Down it went, and Pat Bradley of New England was the U.S. Women's Open Golf Champion for 1981. Pat Bradley, a worthy champion, pushed to the limit by Beth Daniel.